You ever met somebody who seems super confident and you're thinking to yourself, wow, if only I was that confident, I would take over the world. It'd be amazing. And have you ever thought of confidence as this stable thing and it's almost like a goal that you can reach? And then once you reach it, that's it, you'll be confident. Well, here's the thing. Um, what I have found in my work with actors who often need a lot of help with their confidence, but also with other people who work under pressure, is that confidence is not a stable trait, but it is a set of mental habits. And so, as such, it is a maintenance issue. It is something that you have to keep working on. But the good news is that you can keep getting better at these habits. And eventually, some of these habits do become second nature, which means that they do become a lot easier to do. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Alexa. I have a PhD in psychology. I talk about lots of things, psychology and neuroscience. I love working with people under pressure, often with actors, but anybody really who's under pressure and in their career often, and wants really simple, quick things to sort of learn to thrive under pressure as opposed to just surviving. So let's get on to it. So self-confidence is a maintenance issue. Why do I say that? Because nowadays, one of the major things that I see, um, one of the major problems that people have with self-confidence comes from this thing. We all as humans have this thing called a negativity bias. And the negativity bias means that we notice our brain is designed to notice things in our environment that are negative. And the reason it does that is because it's trying to keep us safe. And so if we notice things that are negative, we can notice threats and then we can quickly get out of danger, right? That's our ancient brain. But unfortunately, in our modern world, well, fortunately, we don't face that many physical dangers. So really, the dangers that we notice are often to do with ourselves. And so what happens is that, especially in this day and age, especially in this day of selfies and personal brands and having to make yourself visible all the time in order to promote whatever it is that you're doing, we often turn this negativity bias inwards. And of course, I see this a lot with actors, but anybody really who's visible, who's online, social media does that to us, and it does it earlier and earlier in life as well. So, how do we deal with this in this day and age? Well, we need to build good habits, and the first thing is we need to understand that this negativity bias exists and that we're turning it inwards. And there's been lots of research on this negativity bias, and what it has found is there's a ratio, there's a positivity ratio, which is that in general, you notice four times more negative things than positive things. And you can imagine that this ratio is possibly even, the discrepancy is even bigger when it comes to ourselves, right? So that means that we have to work extra, extra, extra hard to restore some kind of balance because our perception of ourselves is frankly distorted towards the negative. And as I said, our modern day life does that to us. So, if you want lots of tools, by the way, I've prepared a free workbook. You could download it. It's down in the comments and sorry in the description in the comments, and yeah, it's got lots of tools to work on, reflect on, and work on this negativity bias so that you don't turn it was so that you restore the balance. But the other thing I wanted to say is, what do you do? Well, here is one simple thing you can do every day, which I call the Pride Smoothie. I have lots of other tools, but this is just a really, really simple thing you can do every day. At the end of each day, write 3 things that you're proud of that you did that day. Just 3 things, that's it. And let it accumulate. So over the space of a month, if you do this over a month, you'll have 90 or 93 things to look at, and it'll be amazing. And what this does is it retrains your brain. It retrains your brain to notice positive things that you're already doing. It gets you out of this negativity bias. As I said, the default mode of our brain is to focus on the negative stuff, but if you can retrain your brain in this way, gradually it becomes second nature. And then, even when you're not specifically think about it, your brain will start scanning for, oh, what did I do good today so that I can report it at the end of the day. It's a really super, super simple tool, but it's so effective and the effect is cumulative. So the more you use it, the more effective it becomes at retraining your brain. I hope you found this helpful. If you want lots more tools, download the workbook. It's got so much useful stuff in it. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video.